The Brexit clock is ticking down. With less than 100 days till the end of the transition period, there's increasing concern within the haulage sector about the implications for shipping goods to and from mainland Europe. In recent weeks, we've seen predictions of massive disruption en route to the Channel crossing and claims that the IT documentation system won't be up and running in time. Martin Reid is Scotland Director for the Road Haulage Association, and he joins us now. Martin, a very good morning to you.
Good morning.
So there have been meetings in Whitehall during the course of this week. Have they eased any of the concerns that you have within the industry?
Quite simply, they haven't. Yesterday, our chief exec met with Michael Gove and also Grant Shapps, and it was a perfect opportunity for them to allay some of the fears that the industry has. But I'm afraid our chief exec left fairly underwhelmed from the meeting.
Right.
The information we got was there was not any more clarity than before we went in, essentially.
So what kind of problems do you envisage happening, and were those raised during the meeting?
Well, yes, they were raised, but again, we didn't get the answers we were looking for. We saw during the week what can happen in Kent if there is any kind of blockage at all. The blockages tend to be symptoms rather than the problem themselves. We've been told that for Kent, a smart freight system will control access to Kent from the 1st of January. So all HGVs sitting from the UK, from the Dover Eurotunnel, will only be allowed to enter Kent if the vehicle has been issued with a permit. To get the Kent Access permit, data relating to every shipment in the lorry will need to be entered into the Smart Freight web portal, and the data entered needs to be proven that the driver has met all the borders and safety and security declaration requirements.
Who enters that information?
That should be the person who's moving the goods. So the issue is that, firstly, that system is not ready. We've not been given access to this system. We've been told that there are 22 temporary inland border facilities that are being created, but we don't know what each one does. We are looking at a shortage of the number that's been bandied around is 50,000 customs agents that are going to be required to meet this new sort of paperwork deadline, or whether it's virtual or whether it's a physical paperwork. And if you look at even basic terms, if you're looking at existing customs agents who are training up this additional 50,000, if you look at a 1-to-3 ratio, then that's an additional 17,000 that will not be doing the work that's required to move the goods. And
you're obviously concerned that with 100 days to go, this might not be in place in time.
Absolutely. That's the biggest worry for us. The lack of clarity for an end-to-end process means that we cannot plan as we should be doing a long time before now.
Mm-hmm. And perishable goods, of course, is a huge issue, particularly in Scotland, seafood and such things. If you get the forms wrong, if there is delay of any type, then you could end up with a lot of food that can't be sold.
Well, that's exactly right. A fairly high percentage of the goods that would move through the Dover Straits will be perishable goods that need to get to Boulogne-sur-Mer for a deadline the following morning in order to meet their prime market. Failure to do so means that they lose their prime market, and unfortunately then they have to sell to wholesalers, etc., which means that they're not getting the rates that they need in order to keep the business going.
Mm-hmm. What about the route between Scotland and Northern Ireland?
Well, we've been told that the government will be setting up a TSS, which is a trader support service, and this has been established to provide wraparound services and act as a customs agent, for goods going into Northern Ireland from the UK and the rest of the world. As far as we're being made aware, this is a free service which will record the electronic information on goods movements, so that the traders don't necessarily need to have to engage with the new digital customs systems or procedures. It'll deal with formalities such as import declarations, safety and security information on behalf of traders, which technically should mean online import decks going from GB into Northern Ireland, and potentially exit summary declarations that are coming the other way. Now, we've been told that this trader support service will cover all this, but that's all we know. We haven't been told when it'll go online. We're running out of time, and all that we've been told is anybody that's moving goods into Northern Ireland from anywhere in the world should register their interest in the Trader Support Service.
OK, so you're waiting for lots of answers. We'll hopefully speak to you in the coming weeks, Martin, to hear if you get them. Martin Reid there, Scotland Director for the Road Haulage Association.